Hey, hi, and hello. Welcome to this video. As you could have seen in the title and thumbnail, we're gonna do something very exciting in this video. When I'm filming this intro, it's one day until we're meeting Liz Tomforde in Amsterdam. And I'm super nervous. Like, I'm excited, but nervous. Like, what do you mean? I'm gonna see one of my favorite authors of all time. If you've been around for I think the beginning of the year, you would have seen that I reread her books in honor to the release of In Her Own League. And now she's finally coming over to Amsterdam for a signing. And honestly, I think I have debated on which books I'm gonna bring, but I'm not too sure. But I think I've settled on 2 books, because we can bring 2 books of our own and then get one of the books that we picked on our ticket that will be already pre-signed before the event even starts. So I picked up Mile High because it was the cheaper ticket, and I already have In Her Own League signed in my bookshelf. It was free from Waterstone, so you know, it's somewhere there, somewhere here. All my books by Liz Tomforde, but Mile High will be the Dutch version. So yeah, I don't know, I would have hoped that maybe you could get also the English version signed, but it is through a Dutch publisher, so you can only get Dutch books, which is fine. And I will put Mile High, the Dutch version, right there with the English Mile High. But I don't know, it was pretty hard to decide which books I was gonna bring, but with Mile High already being signed and In Her Own League, 2 out of the 6 books, you know, weren't, you know, that much of a deal. But I have settled on 2 books and I have them in my hands, and I will put them in my bag in a second, because I already packed my bag a little bit for tomorrow. I'm scared. Honestly, I'm scared. I kind of forgot that it was happening, and the friend I'm going with, he was like, but it's tomorrow. You know that, right? It's like, you're right, it is tomorrow. I'm scared as hell. I don't know, something about meeting your favorite author or your favorite musician. I don't know, but I'm gonna be talking about the 2 books I'm gonna bring. I already said one of them. And then I will bring you along with our train ride, and we're gonna do some shopping in Amsterdam too. Because I'm not gonna go with a 2-hour train ride single way for just a signing. So we're gonna make a day out of it. We're gonna do some shopping in Amsterdam, grab something to eat, and then go to the signing and go, I think, back home. You know, it's still, you know, it's 2 hours train ride back home too, so we love Amsterdam. I don't like Amsterdam, but everything is in Amsterdam. So that's to be a sign that not Amsterdam is for everyone. It's not very approachable, you know, but I'm happy she's coming. But with literally Antwerp being 1 hour away from where I live, I could have gone to Antwerp yesterday. It was easier, it would be easier for me with by car or train than going to Amsterdam. But I'm gonna be talking about the 2 books. I'm gonna bring The Right Move with me as my first book that's gonna be signed. I don't know, something about Ryan and Indy. I love them. I think this is one of my favorite books. I think one of my top 3 books is Mile High, The Right Move, and then the other book I'm gonna bring. And then Guard Up and Play Along. Also In Her Own League, but I don't see In Her Own League as like part of the original Windy City. So, you know, I'm gonna bring The Right Move. And when I reread this in the beginning of the year, I was like, yeah, this is why I loved The Right Move. Like, Ryan learning ASL, I think was called, just for the father for Indy, and the FaceTimes with Indy's mom and everything. This man is down bad for Indy. Yes, and he paid for infertility, and I love Ryan. And I love seeing the friendship between Indy and Stevie, and Stevie being like, girl, if you wanna date my brother, I wouldn't mind. You know, I love seeing it. So I'm gonna be bringing that right move. And then I have Rewind It Back by also Liz Tomforde. This book made me cry. The second time I read this, like we read this too. And even the dedication is tearing me up. So I will not be reading it, but you know, this dedication, I absolutely love it. No, I can't. But I don't know, just seeing Rio finally happy, and him, you know, you see him throughout the series being like, he doesn't say it, but you know, in his book you get the vibe from, I want what my friends have. I want the girlfriend. I want, you know, I want the life that they have too, like kids, marriage, a person to stand by his side every single day. He just wants that, and I think, oh my god, the ending. No, I can't. But this was also, this is like my third favorite in the series. Like, this definitely is high up there. And Got Up and Playland are also like, they are all 5-star reads for me. In Our Own League is 1 too. But I don't know, just something about Rio and Hallie finding their way back together. Amazing. I love it. But with that being said, I'm gonna put these books back in my bag because I will forget them otherwise. And I'm not gonna doubt myself again. These are the 2 books I'm gonna be bringing. I was thinking maybe bring them all in case you meet Liz outside of Amsterdam. No, because I will doubt myself before going into the signing and do things I'm not happy with. So you will see us write some clips with us going to Amsterdam, meeting Liz, probably some bookstore clipjes, I don't know. And then after all that, I will come back tomorrow or Thursday when I have gathered myself and I'm gonna be talking about the whole experience. So stick around for that, and I will include it. I think you're gonna see 2 different people. Yeah, I don't think I will survive meeting Liz Tomforde, but I hope you will like it. So I will see you in a few days. As you can see, I am back home. It's currently Thursday. It's a day later and a day after meeting Liz Tomforde. And I saw someone on TikTok who asked her, let's set up the debate. What is the correct way to pronounce your surname? And she was like, Liz Tomforde. So that's amazing. I honestly, what the hell? She was the loveliest person ever, and we took some pictures. Maybe it will be here somewhere. The pictures that we took, and Sheltma, I love you for the way it was organized. It started at 4:30, so we were there around 3:30 because we were like, we're gonna go in line, and eventually from like 5:30 on or 4:30 on, and there was a bit of a queue. So I think we waited around like an hour to get in. 45 minutes to an hour. And around 5:30, 5:45, we were on the way back to Central Station. Because we're like, okay, we're gonna go to the signing. We've seen everything we wanted to see. We're going back home. And that was a fun experience. Because train rides back to the south is some way always a hell. Concerts. Every time I go to Amsterdam, there is something with trains. You know, for a train journey that is 2 hours, it is not fun. It is not fun to have that sort of issues. But nevertheless, the whole day was such an amazing day. I went with Mariusz. He will also be making a vlog out of yesterday. And yeah, we have some clips from him. So if you want to see what we did more during the day, go over to his channel. I will link it down below. And I think his video will be out before mine. So I think by the time you see my video, it will be already up. So we talk more about what we did there. I just made some scenic clips of the bookstores. So we went to Waterstones in Amsterdam. We went to the ABC Book Center, and we went to some Atheneum bookshop also there. And I got like 2 books. Let me grab them. I think in my wrap up so far, I already mentioned that I wanted to read The Falling and the Kiss of Dusk if I could find it in like the UK paperback, and I found it. So I was like, okay, I will bring this home with me. And they had a discount. I love it, but what does this woman have to say? But I read this before part 5 comes out. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm in the mood for this thick of a book, but we'll get there. And then I also got The Force by Freida McFadden. This was actually a funny story because Mariusz got like a book which was buy one get one half off, and he's like, do you have a book with like that sticker? So I looked and the sticker was on there. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I do have that. So he bought me this book. Why I accidentally bought his lunch. So he's like, you're gonna get a book from me. So we evened it out. I like doing evening out with friends because I don't want to always, you know, send a payment request like, can you pay me this back? If we're gonna hang out again and now you bought me a drink, we're alright, girl. We are alright. I don't need more. But those were the 2 books that I got in Amsterdam. Then I got my high in Dutch. Like I think I mentioned, it was necessary to get, but it came pre-signed. Like this was coming with the ticket, and this is my Pride and Joy as well. It will be on my shelf right there, next to the English my high. I am loving this. I also made a picture over on my Instagram. I made an Instagram post, so if you want to check it out, it's down below. About the whole day and the picture I took with Liz, and I don't know, I ended up making a picture of like all the signed books that I have now by Liz, and I love it. So it's over on my Instagram if you want to check it out. And then we did a sneaky thing because you could bring 1 book of your own to get signed from home, but I thought it was 2, so I had two of my books. I had the Right Move and I had Rewind It Back. And I was like talking to Mariusz, like, I actually want them both signed. So what we can do is, because he didn't have like the whole series as a set, I was like, I could buy you in our own league or play along and get it signed for you, and then I'll give you my book so you can get it signed and you get like play along, because he was like needing play along, and I was like, if we do it like that, we both have 2 signed books, you know? Yeah, I don't know, but it worked out, and in the end I have now 2 signed books. I have the Right Move, which is given by a friend of mine 2 years ago. She gave it for my birthday and she gave it a month early. Oops. But I know she sent me this book and she was like, oh, I hope you're gonna like it. And then because I was on holiday, I read my high and I was like, I'm gonna need to read The Right Move straight after. So I was like to the girl, yeah, I've already finished it, but I love it. And since then I have, I have her note in here. It's a sweet note. And then I have a Rewind It Back. And I wanted to tell Liz that I'm so happy she wrote it. Like, it made me cry so much. But in all this rush, I just forgot. So here it is, Rewind It Back signed. I would have wished she did it like, I get it that she does it here, but I would have wished it was on the dedication, Here's to the 10 characters, 5 couples, 3 teams, 2 sets of siblings, and 1 amazing friend group that changed my life. This was dedicated to you, the readers. Thank you for hanging out in Chicago with me. I would have loved it, but honestly, it's fine. Two of my favorite books in the series are signed. My highest signed, and I've Inner Only signed, but that came with Amazon, oh not Amazon, with Warsaw Pre-order. So I only have Caught Up and Play Along to do, but I don't want to get like a new book that is signed. I want my personalized book signed, you know. But this is it for the video. It was a long, stressful day. It was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. I hope you got like our mood and everything. And so yeah, thank you for hanging out with me in this video. We're not in Chicago. We're in the Netherlands. But whatever. If you did like this, please leave a like. If you want to be part of this small little family, click the subscribe button down here. Leave a comment if you if you ever met one of your favorite authors, or if you want to, which one would it be? And I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye.